All right, what's up, folks? How y'all doing? Um, Having trouble with my phone charger. Apparently, it doesn't want to work at all. I don't know what's going on with it, but I don't know. Somehow it's not wanting to work. I don't know if somehow a miracle will happen and it'll start working. But like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to see what I can do, but I don't know if tomorrow, if I'll even be able to. If there's a way, maybe I can grab a charger. Maybe someone can give me one if anybody's listening. If you know me and you see me around, I need a phone charger bad. Um, but yeah, um, so I'm gonna have to try to see what I can do to figure that out because it's not like I want to spend money, you know what I mean, and that I don't have on that, you know what I mean. And even then, I don't know if it'll work. Hopefully, it's not with the phone itself because that'll be the last thing I need. I don't know. Some of these other chargers that like I don't deal well around in the first place, but some of them are kind of working, but they're only working to like 84% it looks like, and then it just stops and then it starts like going backwards. So I don't know. But trying to do what I can do. Also I found my air pump for my bicycle tires and I was trying to mess with that, but it seems like both the tires, like I said, on the two bikes, like they're just not really working. Um Other than that, I heard what y'all said, man. Um, I heard what y'all said over there, man. I mean, how can I respond to things, that don't exist, homie? Like I said, bro, people are funny, man. People show their true colors, and what these people don't understand is they take cop outs all the time, and they show a lot of signs of weakness. And like me, I just smell that, so like I'm just gonna take full advantage of that, and you're just gonna help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there's a lot I could say. I mean, I could respond all day, but I mean, for what? I mean, like I said, that's what folks want to do. Folks want to fake talk, and then when I respond, we act like we didn't hear what I said. I mean, like I said, y'all got anything to say? Let's have a direct, fair conversation. Like we can have an open debate, right? Because I'm going to control the environment this time. Let's see. Can y'all do that? Okay. Well, then why are you saying things that aren't valid? What is the purpose of that? See, I told you, man. Like, it's funny, man. It's funny when God has explained to me everything every step of the way, and then I come on here and I speak publicly and tell them God just told me ahead of time what you're doing. I already know what's goody, homie. So, like I said, if we go over the facts again, I've always been rich. I've always had wealth. I was in Vegas with over 60 grand. Like, I mean, I'm tired of talking about it, quite frankly. I mean, you know what I mean? I've been running circles around everybody financially, so I don't even know what that's about. I really don't. Um, like I said, I do know what it's about. It's about that people want to be me and they want to walk in my shoes. You understand? These people all know that all I've ever done is make money. I mean, I'm getting blessed again right in front of you on a whole nother level. So, why would I need to respond and why would I do that? You know what I mean? Like I said, those are all tactics of the devil. So, I mean, let them do what they do. I mean, because the fact is that you're all being deceived and you're deceiving yourself. You know what I mean? If you stand with God, if you can't believe in God and not say the truth and speak the truth out of your mouth. So it's very simple. Like folks like that, like I mean, you've got it all wrong. You've got the game backwards. You're backwards. This is why y'all never become anything. Can build a future. Like I said, everything paid over here. Everything always goody. All my bills is paid. Everything look great. Like straight up, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. Like I said, like I've got the best views in the world. I mean, this literally like everything I do is I'm in the richest environment possible all day, every day. You know what I mean? And then I'm real, so I got the heart to go to the hood and the ghetto. That's what's funny. So like imagine like saying first it was, oh, he rich and this and that. Then I proved that I'm real. Now we want to turn around. Yeah, y'all just can't make up your mind. That's just like Tupac said. Tupac said the same thing. Like, yeah, they can't make up your mind, right? Because it's just a bunch of talking. Why would I participate in something that I know already where it's going to go, what the result of it is, and what you're trying to do? And quite frankly, I don't even think they know what they're trying to do. I think they just do that because that's all they know how to do. So what these folks do is what all of them have done in the past and always they try to deny what they can't deal with, deny and deflect. I mean, what's the point of that? That's just talking on the internet. I mean, that has nothing to do with coming out here though, and reality out here. That I mean, like I can give anyone a tour of all my wealth, everything. Again, I've already stated what it is. I mean, I'm not here trying to prove anything that's been proven on camera for decades, bro. Everything I got, everything I own, everything I've done has been on camera on YouTube. All of it. So all these folks know what it is. So if they want to fake talk and they feel that's conducive, that's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? The Janet one is sitting there, she talking, she's saying this and that, and not one word that she says was even a coherent thought, and none of it's true. Okay. Oh, here's my response to that, right? Everything that you said was projection and was about yourself. That's number one. Number two, I didn't ask you for anything, right? I mean, this is why they wanted me to teach English at the college down here, right? Because I actually, am really good at English and really good at writing. So the statement says if you want to talk or communicate, meaning if you want to be a supporter, because I'm a genius and I network, so how would you tell me, don't do this, uh, don't tag my channel name, blah, blah, blah. I mean, bro, let's go over the facts then. Okay. First of all, we all know, right, the facts that you have never had any real substantial amounts of money. Okay. So you you want a response, right? Okay, no problem. Let's do it. Right? It'll be fun. Right? See, that's the thing. It's difference between respond and react. See, what God told me is don't react. He didn't say I can't respond because I'm always respond because I'm a radio show host. So first of all, what are we talking about money for at all when I've made more than your entire government and spent more? That's silly in and of itself. Number two, right? Everyone knows that she makes her money through illegal activity. It's crystal clear. It's been crystal clear since day one. And she's never had any real substantial amount of money. She thinks like $100, $200 is big money, big bread. These are facts. She's identical to the Walfords, has the same behaviors and habits, right? Um, like I said, if you go around the internet, you can see how she's talked about for real in a real light, and when the truth is said about her, and how they refer to her. Okay. Like I said, I mean, I don't have anything against anyone. I wish everyone the best. Um, I mean, like I said, I mean, how can you claim that you're real but act one way on a panel and act nicey nice like she just did, folks, and then turn around and start, slandering, smear campaign again all over again that's already been proven wrong. So what these folks don't get is they're just talking to talk amongst themselves and, none of it exists. They're trying to dismiss reality just like Groovy Jimmy is. Well, I mean, I could see why you would want to dismiss reality because I mean, you know, first of all, let's continue on talking about Janet. Okay. Janet basically, I mean, she's a member of the Red Triangles. That's number one. So they already got with her and told her what to say, right? And I don't know why, because like I said, these plans don't work. Right. So, I mean, if you want to talk about money, Janet, I mean, first of all, I own billions in equity right now. It means I own buildings worth billions of dollars. All this is tangible. I have nothing to prove to you because, well, you're nowhere near my level. You're not my boss. I don't have a boss. I'm independent. I work for myself. So let's go over the facts, right? Billions in equity. I got buildings I own, right? Access to buildings. I got Wi Fi. I got everything. I own swimming pools, everything you could possibly imagine, right? And more. So I got access to that. I got deals worked out. I barely pay anything. I own all that. So I got all that. So I own buildings worth billions of dollars. That's billions in equity. And I constantly advance and I recreate this and I restructure it and I literally expand that. So that's number one. Number two, I own a mansion in a state, right? I own millions of acres of land right now, right? On top of that, right, I've bought and sold 50-acre properties for $100,000, right? And like I said, if there was foul play like that, I could take that to court, just like a million things I could take to court, right? So before you misquote me, please listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth and acknowledge reality in what I'm stating. Okay. I own $2,000 in jewelry, like plus probably. Okay, still. Okay. I'm wearing 530 on my wrist, got you pissed, but you don't have any jewelry that costs $530. Almost nobody does. And people who wear Rolexes are a horrible investment because they devalue immediately, just like buying cars brand new off the lot is a horrible investment because they depreciate the minute you drive them off the lot. These are things you learn when you're grown and you actually have life experience, right? I'm 6'2", about 165 pounds Tupac weight. I just set 42 world records in the last few months. I've worked my entire life since I was 16. Not once have I never had a job. Not once. Not once have I not had a job. Not once have I been homeless, ever. When I was in a shelter, I owned multiple properties, and I literally was waking up at 6 in the morning doing temp work or whatever labor I could so that I could make my tax payments every month. So what are you saying? I sold my 50-acre property for 100,000. I would never let the government take anything from me. Something that, your group has a hard time with because the government is constantly taking your properties from you and y'all do nothing about it because you're not willing to buck up and just work hard. So I've worked since I was 16, honey. That's number one. Okay. Number two, if we do any kind of comparison, I mean, you see, this is nothing but pure beauty over here. I mean, I'm a man, and I mean, I look about 8 million times better than you. Let's just get real. Okay. I mean, my hair is not nappy or frizzy. My hair looks beautiful, right? I have the Achilles look. I am Achilles reincarnated. Okay. I have a chiseled jawline. I have a beautiful penitentiary like physique. I was sculpted by the gods. Okay. And you, I mean, looking at you, I mean, there's not much that I really need to say. Okay. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like, there's no way for me to lose in this. I mean, like, I may be like, the Batman, I got the horns going on, like I was created by God, but I also don't look like a banshee. I'm just saying, or a gremlin. So, I mean, if folks want to talk, they just have to understand when I talk, folks really get in their feelings quick. Okay. So, I mean, first of all, we already know that you out there in Pittsburgh, you do a ton of illegal activity. You remember the red triangles. You talk about and entertain a bunch of crimes, and you do criminal activity. So I already got you there on a federal indictment anytime I want, you and Groovy Jimmy, because of the jugs that you have in your Section 8, sir, because of the things that you claim that you make, right? You said it out your own mouth because of all the other federal indictments that you've walked yourself into verbally on your shows. Your shows could be used against you in court so quick it's unbelievable. So, I mean, are you sure you want to get cute with me? I mean, I'm just asking. I mean, I could care less. I'm just saying. I mean, these people aren't even on my radar, but you want to talk. So, I mean, she said that back then that I was going to be a part of some fake group that doesn't exist. Well, what happened, lady, was at that time, right? I was goody, just like I always am, right? And again, I mean, you just want to talk about every little thing. You're talking too much. Like I said, I'm not concerned with it. I mean, I ain't never had a period of time that I ain't been great. I ain't never had a period of time that I ain't done well. But check this out. You want to talk about something you said that at that period of time that all these things happened, but nothing, none of what you said exists. So what are you talking about? Bro, I've always been doing well. Like I said, I just got done last. I was running a food truck. What do you mean? I was doing great. I've always done well. I've always made plenty of dough. I've always been more successful. I was more successful than anyone in Austin when I was just up there. That was not long ago. That was before I put all the Batman stuff I invested into myself, into my own business being Batman. Then she role reversed and tried to repeat my words back to me and said something about getting a job. I mean, how do I not have a job if I'm Batman? How do I not have a job if I literally get paid on here? Like, I get paid something almost every day. They don't release my check until like a month or 2 months out, depending, which I mean, the last 2 months, twice in a row, I've actually reached over the $100 threshold, right? And gotten a check like within every month. So my business is not only expanding, but my business is picking up pace and we continue to succeed more and more and pick up momentum and we make money quicker and quicker every day. So I'm a CEO of my own company, actually, my own media company. I'm also the CEO of Sneed Enterprises. I'm the CEO of several companies that I keep all ideas because I'm a genius and all my companies work and everything is great and I continue to make profit doing what I do and I know how to hustle. You talked about donations. You said something about the way that I act and this and that, and that people would donate. I just got $100 donation the other day when I woke up. So, I mean, you couldn't be farther off. Okay. And then on top of that, I got another one after that for 20, right? And I've been telling y'all that I am like the master, right, of hustling. Like I can get donations pretty much anytime I want. Yes, because I have the gift of gab. Then you got to understand I get money from people in the street. A guy stopped today actually and gave me like $3, I told you, which I think I spent some of it. Some of it I can use if I want to get on the bus tomorrow. I mean, Groovy Jimmy, he just knows he can't compete. So he's just going to say anything he can think of, but none of it exists. That's why it's so funny to me. And he knows that it doesn't exist. He knows very well what time it is. He knows very well what reality is. I mean, let him do what he does. I mean, like I said, I don't live on Section 8. I don't get it. I mean, honestly, I own mansions, brother. I don't know what the game is of let's get together and just continue. Like I said, I mean, we just went over this on your show that you don't have. He said that I said that they don't make any money over there, and then he acted like that wasn't a true statement or he's disproved anything. But they don't make any money over there, Coach. None of them. They don't make a dime. They come on here and they basically, it's like rappers that rap for free. Imagine a rapper that rap for free. Okay, this is like when Domination was trying to go at Maserati Fox. Imagine rappers that rap for free, that looking for handouts. But with these guys, they don't even have Rick Ross trying to put a battery in their back. So they can't even get a fake industry deal. These are just folks talking to themselves. So imagine rappers that rap for free, but he not a rapper. He spits lyrics for free and won't even rap and have discipline and be diligent with his craft. So he can't make money with rap, but I went worldwide independently and I've sold millions of records. And I outdid every major record label financially. That's including Epic Records, Shady Records, Cash Money Records, any record label in existence, Jive Records, all of them put together. G Unit Records, I outdid them single handedly financially. This was decades ago, years ago. And most of my money didn't come from rap. Like I outdid them financially, first of all, selling physical units and CDs. I made millions of dollars. That's number one. Number two, then I made independent capital on top of that. So what these folks don't get is like you keep barking up the wrong tree. I've heard you enough times. You've made your point clear. You're just going to say things that don't exist. Okay, but are you sure you want to play this game with me? Because now I'm going to start really telling you and breaking down my finances for you. And you're going to be in for a rude awakening and realize I've been all about money forever. That's why I don't talk about it. The ones who real don't talk about it. It's like in the streets. Like that's like you trying to tell me I'm not a street dude. So then Groovy Jimmy's next move was to say something about the streets and this and that. Well, good. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you make of. As long as you acknowledge that I'm in the streets 100%, that's all I care about. See, you don't understand that you doing that is conducive to me and what I'm trying to build. You all saying that I'm this and that, that's conducive to me and what I'm trying to build. And the impression that I want to give off anyway. Oh, we all know it's not true. We all know nothing that these people say is true. But I'll use that to my advantage and that'll help me to make more money. What you're saying I am enables me to go out and ask people for money. Do you understand that? So why would I, a guy who's got tons of equity and is a genius, why would I not say, hey, that's all good. I'll be that. Why would I not use that to my advantage? I'm not going to lose anything. I can't lose anything. All my assets are solidified. I'm rich as hell in equity. And these people know. So if it's not going to do anything, take anything away from me, I mean, wouldn't I take advantage of that? And wouldn't that help me? I was in Vegas with over 60 grand. I've had bank accounts with over $300,000 in it. I made millions every year consecutively. Not a million, millions, plural. So when these people stoop this low, go ahead. It doesn't make me feel anything. Why would it? These people don't get it. They just start talking and talking like, no, I've already explained to you, like, I'm just about my respect and I'm just stating the facts that people would never speak to me like that, ever, nor have they. So at no point do I feel any way about it at all. At no point am I reacting to anything. So if you really want to play this game, now we're playing it. Let's go. Because last I checked, you want to talk about money, but Janet's never had any money. Never. You've never seen money. Okay. I mean, I came up, I was in the Ken Griffey Jr. baseball camp as a kid. I was fielding batting practice next to Barry Larkin. Colleges were trying to recruit me when I was 12 years old, bro, to play college baseball. I was a prodigy in tennis. I literally played one ZAT tournament. I think the next one I completely won the entire tournament, became a champ. Then I won that entire tournament in Corpus and defeated John Haley in the finals, became a super champ. This was all in USTA, the United States Tennis Association, and don't get no more official and legit than this. I was like 12 years old. Then I played one national tournament, and you have to play multiple to get ranked correctly. I played one and was already ranked like in the nation pretty high. And I almost won the entire national tournament, which was in Oklahoma. Okay. And I was tired and I still did amazing because I did all this back to back. Nobody's ever done that, I think, in the history of man. So I was a tennis prodigy at 12 years old. I was a prodigy in basketball. I won the trophy at James Silas's basketball camp, and his son was playing D1 college ball, and he was training us, and I was better than him when I was a kid. James Silas's son. Yeah, he knows me. I won the award twice at his camp. So clearly he felt that I deserved it, right? I went to Texas Legends baseball camp, grew up around Spike Owens, Cliff Gustafson. Those were the people that worked at UT. I got set up with the athletic director of UT, Austin, and I survived. And I was Delos Dodds, right? Because of his jealousy and because I was better than his son at baseball and everybody. Better than Keaton Ducey, better than Stephen Schmieding, better than Nick Foles, that's for sure. Better than Steven Schaefer, better than Wade Lamb. I've been come up against politics my entire life. You think you have anything new for me? I was supposed to be the star player at UT. I'm glad that I wasn't. See, the thing is, they all say something with such conviction, but they lack conviction when it comes to standing up for they on their business and backing up what they're saying. They just say things like I say something like that, so they'd be like, "Oh, but you weren't the star player at UT, right? I don't want to be because my life went a whole much better direction. I'm rich. I have equity. Had I gone to UT, I would have never gotten rich necessarily. I would have never lived all this beautiful life. I mean, that's the thing. That's like when you sit in college, you waste all your time. College is a waste of time. Even if you play sports, it doesn't mean anything. It's just for what? Validation. So you can have a little fake girlfriend and walk around and pretend you somebody. I don't want that. I never wanted that. I just don't. I want Christina. She's real. So after all this success I've had, like I said, in Vegas over 60K, San Antonio over 60K, bank accounts with over 300,000 millions every year consecutively, plural. Bought and sold 50-acre properties. I've done independent real estate. I've done digital real estate. I've had experience with pretty much everything. I've hustled on the street. You 100% right, Groupie Jimmy, that I come from the street, right? I told you my history about how I was out there in Bankhead, right? And some of the stuff that happened and I went through, right? So I was in Atlanta and I was in different jails in Atlanta. I got locked up in a Bankhead on the most notorious drug street in all of Atlanta. You better ask about me. So 100% I come from a street environment and I have a very rough background for real. You YouTubers are just softies. You're snowflakes to me. I have an actual rough background. I'm really that dude. So when y'all want to talk about this and that, I mean, why do you think I was able to become Batman? Because back in the day, I used to run dudes off corners. And that's what they used me for out there in the actual hood. I used to roll up by myself in my truck at every gas station in the middle of ATL. Gas stations in Atlanta ain't like gas stations out here, bro. People is active out there. So a lot's going on when you roll up to these gas stations. Okay. So I don't know what you're saying. Okay. I mean, like when all that happened, like I said, I watched a guy duck into an abandoned building right in front of me. I mean, I stood up to corruption there because Atlanta is super corrupt and I won. And I mean, I've seen the whole system inside and out, and it was a learning experience. And I was the only one out of all them hardcore supposed criminals that stood up to the corrupt judge and told her reality. And then I think she got her karma and actually got locked up for being corrupt recently. hmm So I've got Atlanta's number. I won against them. They tried to pull a whole bunch of fake stuff and corruption. I won against them. Um, like that's the thing. I don't trust nobody in Atlanta. If I ever go to Atlanta, I'm gonna watch myself for real because I already know they plotting. Because they corrupt as hell. Yeah, they didn't even want me over there for some odd reason because obviously I represented a what? Because they knew I was going to talk and open my mouth and how smart I was, obviously, and they probably figured out that I speak publicly. You know what I mean? And I think I was doing it even at that time a little bit on a different, different degree. So I have a career public speaking, Janet. Do you? No, you just, talk to yourself on a free YouTube channel, right? So, I mean, why would you tell? I'm just asking a question. Why would you tell someone to get a job who clearly has a full-fledged, full-base career as Batman number one and as a public speaker number two, is the biggest digital icon in the world to date right now, has the biggest platform, actual platform. I'm on multiple platforms. You know nothing about me, none of you, right? We expanded without letting you know because I don't work for you and I don't even know who y'all are. So I'm just saying, why say things if it doesn't make sense? And then you're going to have to, back up what you're saying, at least on here verbally, right? And make sense. I mean, like I said, Groovy Jimmy, he just, he lives with his mom off Section 8. This is a fact. He struggles to get what he needs. We all know that. And that's his deal. I'm not talking down like you. I wish you the best, brother. I hope that you get it together. He brags about working a little dishwashing job for less than minimum wage. This is a fact, right? And I've worked since I was 16. At no point did I need to brag because working was something I've always done. And the only time I ever talked about it was because I was proud because I did it since I was 16, bro. I'm 36. That's 20 years of hard work. There's never been a time I haven't worked. There's never been a time I was in any situation that you just talked about or made up out of thin air. So this is what I'm saying. I mean, when folks are going to talk and they're going to be disingenuous, they're lying to themselves. You're going to be disingenuous to yourself. Is that really conducive to your environment? Is that really a smart decision in all actuality to be that upset at someone because, oh, you jelly because I'm successful? You will never catch up to me, man. None of you. And like I said, this is nothing, bro. Like I actually like lost a little bit, I guess, in the process of all this because I was targeted and set up for making too much money and more money than your entire government combined. Like even the government jealous of me. That's why they play these phone games on my phone. So you got to understand, I've got so much wealth right now in equity because I'm a genius. It's unbelievable. And you're 100% right. I don't have a lot of cash and it works out to my advantage, right? Because 100% I know how to talk to people. I will ask people to help me. I will ask people for favors, but at no point have I ever asked anyone for anything. At no point have I ever made a career doing what you're saying. This is a fact. I never asked nobody for nothing. When folks give me money or try to help me, they generally do it of their own accord because they know that I need help and not as like a charity case, but because they know I need help because of all I've done and been through. So you're trying to take something and spin it into something totally different that it's not. That's number one. At no point did I do any of the things that you folks said. That's the point. But you did these things. You're talking about you. At no point did any of this happen. The only thing that's happened here is I worked hard. I invested into myself. I spent $1,300 on my bat cycle. I fixed it twice. I'm the real Batman. I used it to do real things, right? And I have expenditures being Batman all the time. I've got 6 bikes in inventory now. I just told you I got my air pump. Like I'm doing everything I can do. I'm gonna as soon as I talk to my homeboy, I'm gonna try to figure out what our next step is so we can get probably these 2 bikes rolling because their setups are perfect. The bodies are perfect. I just need like one tire on them fixed. I think they may have both one tire that's still holding up. And if not, well, we need to just fix them both. You know what I mean? But the point is, I mean, that's not that hard to do. Number one. Number two, it doesn't even matter. And then the icing on the cake, after all of what I'm saying, and I own mineral rights and oil royalties a little bit, some kind of small interest or whatever, still to this day. I sold mineral rights and oil royalties in the past for $10,000. Okay. So, I mean, what are you talking about, bro? Bro, I've literally like I've gotten I've had to get checks notarized. I got bonuses for like 1,200 plus like through oil projects. Like what are these folks talking about? I sold mineral rights for $10,000. I used to make and spend $10,000 a month. There ain't never been a time y'all ain't seen me when I had over at least over 7 grand in the bank, right? When you're talking about all that stuff, you can say whatever you want. I was building a car lot. I have a car lot. Oh, that's what I forgot. My own car lot. I pay over $100 for it every month, and I got a portion there. I paid cash for $25,000. Anytime that you want to talk about money, you come holler at me so we can have this conversation direct. You understand? Because you're not on nothing. You ain't doing nothing. All you doing is helping me and promoting who I am. I'm a straight hustler. I got the Tupac tattoo on me because I stay making bread. You understand? Right now, like I said, you've seen me figure out a way and make a way. This is a stagnation period. This is a period of stagnation designed by God to bring out this strength and build me. I'm not supposed to have money right now. And I'm such a hustler. God blesses me every single day with what I need. So what are you talking about? The dude just said word for word, Groovy Jimmy said he maybe some people would donate if he wasn't acting whatever you mean the way that you act? Because nobody does nothing for you, nothing other than enable you. They don't donate to you because I mean, what is there to donate to? You haven't built anything. You make $0 over there, literally. What do you mean? You will never make money online because you don't know how to do it. You know, your content isn't even suitable. That's a fact because you don't talk facts. So I mean, like I said, is your attitude really helping you or is it holding you back? See, you're gonna have to face this whether you like it or not, man. And you have to understand, you're talking to someone, right? Well, let me finish this real quick. Like I said, I paid cash for a Porsche, $25,000. I own about 5 cars still today, all paid for cash. What do you mean? I protect my assets. I know exactly what I'm doing with everything. So I don't get what you're saying, bro. I got a $300 skateboard. I got a $4,000 TV. I mean, what are you talking about? I manifest millions of dollars. I can get properties anytime I want. They stole my inheritance. They got to give me all that back. I got properties in Cali right now, bro. I got more wealth than the Prince of Saudi Arabia waiting for me. So what do you mean? Oh, and then on top of that, and I'm gonna get it all back the minute that I'm able to actually talk to an attorney, right? Christina, when we get married, I'm gonna have access to a lawyer for like 33 and a third of a year, right? For like 33 years and a third of a year, I believe, right? And it's probably more than that now. Point is this: Christina's negotiated a guaranteed $12,750,000, Groovy Jimmy and Janet. So wouldn't this be the worst mistake you ever made and the worst time to come out the box and again be working with the red triangles, which means a federal indictment and prison time? Wouldn't this be the worst like decision and not conducive to your environment or your success or building a successful future to say things that aren't true about me? Think twice before you speak. See, my English teacher in high school taught me think before you speak. You should think before you speak. Like I said, well, I tried to be nothing but nice to Groovy Jimmy. We tried to put him on. I was going to give him a job on my food truck. So what do you mean? I mean, you want to talk down, but like, I mean, beggars can't be choosy and peasants can't talk down. I mean, like I said, like I mean, that's peasant level. I mean, you're looking for a job. I mean, you want to talk about get a job. I mean, Janet, you've never had a job. I've worked since I was 16. So how would that make sense? You can't say go get a job to somebody who's always had one. I've always worked 2 jobs usually. What do you mean? Get a job? I mean, I'm working my job every day. It's just I don't have a job. I work for my own company. I'm a CEO, so it's not really just a job. I mean, you could call it that, but I work for myself. So I mean, why have you not found a job? Why has Groovy Jimmy not found a job? You're not working. How are you working if you're doing live streams? Like, come on. Like I said, you're bragging about doing overtime like it's the biggest deal, bro. There's way bigger issues going on in the world and the country. Next thing too, when I talk, I don't every time after I say something, I don't go what? Bro, there's a lot more I could say about you, bro. Don't make me have to go all the way in on here. Okay? I mean, like I said, bro, like you got that crazy hair thing too going on, Janet, that my Aunt Clara had. Like that's when you know that you could just tell like what their issue is because like they always grow that same hair, man. It's just weird, bro. Like you understand, like you smile at the camera and you be looking at that camera like you think you Halle Berry or something, and Halle Berry don't even look that good. Real talk. I mean, I don't think none of you do. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, you really, really is on like this stuff where y'all use the internet and you're trying to paint this fake world that don't exist for yourself. That's fine. Then why is Groovy Jimmy got all this pent up frustration and he's so upset at his chat every day, telling them to be quiet and this and that? Why? Because they tell you the truth. Everyone on there goes and tells them the truth. They said he doesn't have a real job, right? He's trying to copy me in the first place because he wants to be a dishwasher, but he's not near as good as I was. So what do you mean? I mean, you copy my words word for word. You want to copy my blueprint, but you don't know it and can't figure it out. And even if you did, you wouldn't get anywhere with it because you're not me. I just set 42 world records in a matter of months. And this woman is talking about saying that things are happening that aren't. I've never struggled for anything ever this entire time. Every single day, God provides. That's what I want you to hear. God provides. That's a fact. God loves me. So I'm just saying, if you're going to say things, I mean, you can't just say things about someone and not have your facts straight. I mean, you got to come to me and ask me first, and I can prove everything you said wrong, I just did. We could have had this conversation direct. So next time you have something to say and you want to speak my name, right? Why don't you come talk to me direct? We can have open debate on my other channel, right? And that's it. So no, I'll tag your name anytime I want on here because, well, I can do that because I'm the Lord and you're the serf, and that's the future, right? Landowners like me, I own land, right? I've got multiple homes in estates, actually. I've run estates for years, and landowners like me, lords, and then serfs like you. My business isn't your business. You want to talk about my business, but you want to act oblivious to what all y'all already tried to do and what you've done. And none of it did nothing with me, and you never will. So you're trying to have your cake and eat it too. You want to say that I'm this and that, or that I don't have this, but yet you were literally behind the scenes trying to dismantle, right? And wanted to take everything from me that I ever gained, right? You were trying to sabotage and you failed. So get real. Tell the people, the public, tell the people the truth of what y'all do behind the scenes, right? And the fact that public figures like me who speak publicly, we really don't want to have a home. We don't, because having a home that people know about, right? What do y'all do? We already know how y'all get down. Brother, I own multiple estates. I always will. I can do my thing no matter what. I don't worry about nothing because the whole world is mine. I have multiple estates. I'm liquid. I got back caves inside and outside. Y'all never made me lose nothing. What do you mean? You will never control anything within my life. I promise you that. I've been told you. So like I said, no, I'm taking God's advice. I'm not reacting, but I'm gonna respond. And he's right. And being calm and responding is the best answer. I don't feel no way. I wish you the best, Janet. I hope that you get it together. I truly hope that you find a job because I'm gonna tell you what, you and Groovy Jimmy are in the Wofford's position. And you gotta understand, you were dealing with Rob Wack, somebody who's just known for going to prison for making a fool out of themselves and has no future, no career, no nothing to offer anyone. I mean, that was a reflection of you now. What do you mean? The dude had nothing to offer. I mean, look at him, bro. I mean, I mean, it's ridiculous, bro. Are you serious? You know what I mean? He's in a Roach Motel and you paid for his stay at a Roach Motel. So you were taken advantage of and you're bragging. I mean, Janet, you want to talk and run your mouth, but I literally stand up to corruption for a living. And you've got a video of you, right, with what happened, right? Right. Remember what happened with Rob Wack? Yeah, that's all on video publicly. So I can pull that video anytime, right? So what are you talking about? And you work with the Red Triangles. No, what happened is you were the lady that was hooting and hollering on cameras, and you were trying to control and engineer something when you weren't the boss I was, and I had much more money than you at that time, and I still do now. Okay? So you were trying to manipulate something like so-called women always do, and you found out who you were actually talking to, and you couldn't manipulate nothing. And you want to talk about donations, Groovy Jimmy? Well, Janet, right? She actually had donated 50 to like $100, and like several times at that time. So she's already donated to me in the past, right? And she was sitting there trying to cheerlead for me, and I rejected her and said, "No, I'm good. Go ahead and take that somewhere else." Okay, that's what happened. These are facts. And she got in her feelings about it, which I could care less about. So, I mean, no, I think I'll tag whoever's name I want since I'm the leader and the boss of YouTube. And literally, I run this network, right? And I'm your boss. Why am I your boss? Because I get paid on here and you don't. That would make me your boss. You see what I'm saying? So we could do this any way you want to do it because I'm the one who actually controls everything and I don't have to create false testaments like y'all and then gear and maneuver the false testament. I say the truth. So, I mean, I'm just saying for people who don't have any money now and are both living on Section 8, she does too. She doesn't own anything. She will never own a home, never own a crib, nothing. She owns nothing. They all live on Section 8 off vouchers. That's a fact. She lives mooching off the strength of somebody else that clearly does illegal activity. It's been known for years, right? So, I mean, that's going to come out in court. Every member of the Red Triangles is going to be fully investigated. This is common sense. Everything. All your bank records, all your Cash App records, all that illegal money y'all been tossing around to each other. So you opened your mouth and walked right into a federal indictment, sister. Real smart. Are you sure you want to keep talking? When you could have just been quiet and let it be and learned who you're talking to. You didn't even know that Tyree Sneed was Batman? I just went on the panel, right? You just said I was just over there. Yes, I was. Why are you talking like this is what they do? They talk like you're them and they project like you're doing something wrong. So I'm wrong because I was over there on genuine energy, being cool and having fun. And you were in an energy of, oh, hey, what's up? It's been a long time. Super fake positivity showing fake love, which I could care less about. So why did you do that? Why were you disingenuous and fake? That's the question, right? So, I mean, how does that make sense? You just said he came over here. Yeah, and I was genuine like I always am, just like I'm rich like I always am and wealthy. What do you mean? There's a chick over here that, like I said, I've watched like her demeanor change towards me, and I don't know if it's because of what I do on here, and I could care less because I don't really talk to them anyway like that, honestly. But I don't understand why people don't listen. Like, you can't blame me or feel some way that I'm smart and I use my gift of gab and that I ask for help when I need it, or that I've struggled at certain times, but I always get it together and figure it out because I open my mouth and because I'm smart and I know how to make things happen. That's a hustler. I speak publicly. That's what a Sigma Alpha does. You use your mouthpiece to take everything over and win. I'm supposed to get crowdfunding. Trump raised over 3 million without doing nothing, and you think we not going to do the same? So you just inspired more people to donate to me, right? So you can't say, "Oh, people would donate if he wasn't the blah blah blah." People just did donate. People donate all the time. Different people. What do you mean? And when one person stops donating because oh they want to be jelly, I just move on to the next. Every single time. You can say what you want, but I'm gonna keep on asking for help when I need it and being a man enough to admit when I need help. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm retired. I'm 36, bro. But what's your excuse? We're in the middle of the Great Depression. Everybody's struggling. So, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I'm comfortable struggling. I am. I'm comfortable. I'm good. I don't need much. I do what I want to do. I love my life. You're right. I'm in the perfect position. But what you're not right about is saying, oh, I built a business doing this and doing that. I built a business that's very clear what I do. I'm an enforcer of divine law. I'm Batman. What do you mean? Yeah, you 100% right. I built a business. I built several. So you just admitted that I built a business. Contradicts your previous statements. Maybe you should think before you speak. See my point? So, like I said, I mean, it is what it is. I could care less what any of them talking about because they don't have nothing and I have it all. And then on top of that, I'm able to talk and people will donate and give me crowdfunding and give me money that they'll never get. And everything I do is 100% by the book and I know exactly what I'm doing. We all came on here trying to get donations. Don't be mad at me because I do it better than you. You see what I'm saying? So it proves what? Groovy Jimmy's not credible, has no credibility. Janet has no credibility, not credible, and everybody already knew this. In this game of doing radio, you have to have credibility. And remember, this is a hobby. I'm Batman. I don't even issue public statements to the press unless I want. So what do you mean? Bro, I'm getting so much done, it's unreal as Batman. I'm super busy. I'm engineering everything. I'm Batman the Alchemist for real. So like I said, I mean, that's the thing. I got to talk to my homeboy, see if he can help me really get these bikes fixed up when we can. We need to get new inner tubes and stuff like that. That's all it takes pretty much. And he'll install them for me. So I need to see if I run into him and see him somewhere. Other than that, I mean, it just is what it is. You feel me? Like I said, I told you I have tons of wealth. I mean, I got targeted because I was making millions every year, and I literally for spending and making more money than the entire government. I've done everything official the right way. You all haven't done anything the right way. I've run circles around not only you, but even the fake celebrities, anybody, even your illusions of masonry, everyone I've run circles around financially. I put more money on YouTube than anyone who ever has stepped on this platform. Actual cash. And 50 Cent testified in court that his money and lifestyle is fake and he uses prop money. proving that Floyd Mayweather does too. And Floyd Mayweather is friends with Brother Polite. Polite was charged with what? Meaning that Floyd Mayweather is the same exact thing. Are you sure you want to play with me in this radio game? Are you sure you want to get cute with me? Hey, Janet, you can say what you want, but I shut down criminal activity and illegal activity, and I shut down illegal organizations like I did in Power Network for a living, and I get paid for it. So every time people like you open your mouth, I could make $1 million while I'm shutting you down and all the illegal activity that you do that doesn't even get you anywhere. You're not rich. You don't own anything. You don't have anything. And you sitting there talking about, oh, I'm making some money today. Right. You nickel and dime and you scrap to try to get what you can get. What does that remind you of? You see what I'm saying? I mean, come on, bro. I don't live like you. I don't. I live on my feet. I'm a grown man. I get out in the street and I go hard body and I'm an enforcer. I work hard for my money. I don't worry about how much money am I making. I worry about what am I doing and what's the purpose and what am I helping the world with and doing for others. You understand? I make a couple of bucks a day right now. I'm completely content with that because I love what I do and it helps people. I preach the word of God and I teach people that money is irrelevant and doesn't matter. And guess what, sister? That's been proven to you, right? Because I just told you I've always had more money than you and always will. And now God just blessed me with another. Let's add that to the bank. How much, folks? To over 12,750,000 guaranteed for Christina and I. So you, Janet, you can run your mouth. You could say whatever. Groovy Jimmy can too, but y'all on Section 8 and have no dough. And you're talking to a guy who literally, we already have a guaranteed $12,750,000. Read it and weep. So what do you mean? I don't get it. I'm not trying to talk anyway. Never was, like I said. I'm trying to be nice and help folks like you who need help. I mean, compared to me right now, even you're a charity case. Compared to me in the future, you're beyond a charity case. You're like that guy that got, thrown out of the NBA. You're at that level. So, I mean, you're talking about in the streets. I mean, people, the thing about that generation too, people like Groovy Jimmy, they all say that. There was a dude in jail talking about that, like, oh, this and saying this and that and blah, blah, blah. And like, I don't know why y'all is continue to say a word and think it's going to do anything for me when it's never applied to me once. Like I said, I'll say it again, but I've said it before, I'll say it again. Why do y'all say the thing to the last person it would never apply to, but not to the people all around? Like, what are you talking about? That's just silly, bro. And why would it matter? Meanwhile, that dude that was in jail, he worked at Jack in the Box, and I think he's still locked up. I never saw him at Jack in the Box or anything like that after that. And I know he used to work there. So, like, that's what I'm saying. You folks be talking about this and that and other people, but people can have hard times. People go through things. That doesn't make you any less of a man or a woman. That makes you more. That's what builds character and strength. That's why I'm so far ahead of you because of the things I've been through. I could lose anything any day. We all can, but I'll gain everything back and more. God already told me anything you lose, I'll replace in tenfold. You'll get 1,000,000 times worth that. What are you talking about, bro? I'm filthy rich in wealth and equity right now and could care less about it. I don't care about material possessions. Real talk. I'd give it all away for Christina and I'd give it all away for God. So you value material possessions, Janet, because you're unhappy. You dictate your self-value and self-worth off of other people and attention. You go on YouTube to try to get attention. Is that really a good look? You're a grown woman. I don't need attention from anybody, and I don't need material possessions, and I don't need money, and I don't need much of anything. And I'm happy and content. You understand? You understand? So, like I said, I'm Tyree Sneed. I'll say it proudly, right? Drops the mic. Here, tell these people something they don't know about me. Feel me? What is you talking about? I've been successful my entire life. I'm what you want to be. I'm where you want to be. I'm in the position you want to be in. And people like you're exactly what I want now because all I'm going to do is keep using y'all as the example of what not to do. Every time that you come out your mouth and you can't control your jelly, right? And your envy, right? Every time I'm going to respond with the facts. And all it's going to do is promote my name more. You understand? Like I said, you want to talk money, I'm not the guy you want to talk it with. I'm being real, bro. I done made and spent more than anyone who's ever been on this planet. Ever. Anyone who's ever walked this planet, I've run circles around financially. And Masons don't have any money. That's the thing. They literally contradict themselves. and they'll talk about money. Then they start begging celebrities like the Walfords were doing. Did Jelly Roll give you any money? Right. No, because he has none and he's not going to help you anyway. That's the whole point of why they're in their fake position, because they have to sell out themselves, their soul, and their own communities. They're not going to help you. They can't. They're not in a position to help you. How is someone under Monarch mind control and MK Ultra being controlled and puppeted and manipulated like a puppet they are going to help you? What? These folks are talking, but like everything you say, it doesn't make any sense. You talk about this and that, but everything I got is real, and everything Jelly Roll got is fake. Go translate that. What I'm talking about. Everything that y'all talk about is fake and from a fake place. Is that happiness or is that misery? I'm not concerned about anything within this world. Okay. I'm concerned about God. My spirituality is on another level. I've ascended. I just set 42 world records. This dude wishes he could box, wishes he could rap, wishes he could lift and be strong. What? And she talking about cooking and he going to get big. Like that's what you don't want. Why would you want that? See, you're going backwards in everything. So do you. What I remember, lady, is that you, Janet, were the one who said, oh, he's a small channel and just let him fizzle out or whatever and let him fail. He's never going to succeed. And then I turned around just like I did with Ashes and all y'all who said that I was something I wasn't, which came out of the blue because you was having a hissy fit tantrum at my success and I'm that powerful and I had you in your feelings just existing. Yeah. And I turned around just like I did then and proved you wrong like I proved her wrong. And I succeeded. And I have the biggest channel and platform on this network out of anyone. I'm bigger than PewDiePie. I'm bigger than all of y'all. All y'all put together. What are you talking about? The ones that you think are names, those are just Masons. They are irrelevant. I made them irrelevant. I changed the entire game around. What do you mean? I don't even need this platform to do what I do. What? Bro, I'm Batman. I funded this project out of my own pocket for 2 years, 2.5 years basically, going on my third year. This is our third year. So you think I care about what you talking about? Again, why don't you let me speak and respond and talk for myself? That's all. You grown, bro. You know what I mean? If you got so much to say, like I said, we could do a show and you can come on there and do an interview. And I'll list the facts and then I'll let you talk and see how silly it sounds when you hear all the facts listed to you. You can't question anything. So what do you mean? That's what they do, bro. They just want to sit there and you should care that I'm in denial of your success and reality and who you are. Well, why would I care about it with that when that's exactly where you want your enemies? Capiche? Newsflash. See, these folks are funny. They don't even understand how funny and silly they are. Y'all are silly. Y'all are like the Smurfs right now. You feel me? Like I said, Mr. Walford, he's still struggling. He wants to do what I do. What's the point in uploading any videos? You should just delete it all and leave YouTube because you ain't never gonna make it on here. Let's get real. It doesn't matter what happens with me. You all can't make a dime. I've made tons of checks on here. I make buku bucks. I've made plenty of dough on here, little homie. I don't save it. I live paycheck to paycheck for right now, something I've never done in my entire life. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm retired. I'm 36, bro. I'm barely getting started. You wish that you could be in the shape I'm in. You wish you had the physique I have. You wish you could walk in my shoes. You wish you could talk like me. You wish you looked like this. Groovy Jimmy, I'm probably like you're like what, like 26? I'm 36. That means I'm probably 10 years older than you, and I look way younger than you. Explain that. Janet, much less. I look way younger than you. Real talk. I go to clubs, they wanna card me every single time. That means they think that I look super young. I'm 36, bro. I'm gonna be 40 in 4 years. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm so strong I could probably do anything. Are you serious? And I'm supposed to feel some way? I'm supposed to lose it and oh my goodness, some people talked about me. They're just like the Walkers and have the same habits and the same behaviors. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I can't believe it. You see, Batman has shown Gotham its true colors, unfortunately. Right? Y'all are funny. I'ma perform a magic trick. Right? Y'all are funny as hell. But yeah, let them do what they do. Like I said, that's the whole thing. Like, and I hear you. I hear you playing the songs from Batman and all that. Like y'all obsessed, bro. Y'all are all like that's. She wants to be Harley Quinn, but you don't look nothing like Harley Quinn, and you just ain't her. You know what I mean? Like he wants to be the Joker, but you definitely ain't the Joker. I mean, that's clear. Take one look at you. You'll never be. You know, like I said, you want to talk about other people. You keep talking about no jumper. No jumper's irrelevant, bro. Nobody cares. You're the only one who's brainwashed and keep watching that nonsense. They're all federal snitches and informants. They got the whole rolling 60s gang indicted. No one cares, bro. That's all free entertainment. That's a silly show of nonsense. You understand? You want to talk about real street gang politics? Come over here. Like we offered you. You want to talk about who really in the street living it? You 100% right. I'm in the street with it, homie. Right? My whole life I've been. And guess what? I was in the street when I didn't have to be. What do you mean? I had a recorded $1 million, bro. I was in the hoods in College Station driving a Porsche around. Pulled up in they hood with the top down. And all of them came outside, like 20 of them. And I didn't budge and didn't move. And they all respected it because he just pulled up in our hood. Like, what's goody? Then we went to the Yo Gotti concert. They were all wilding out right around my Porsche, and I got the top down, and I'm just sitting there smoking while all of them was wilding out. See, if you really pay attention, this is the truth. You can move them around like the puppets they are. I manipulate you little chess pawns every day. They don't have it mentally in them to be strong. They don't have a spine. I'm just keeping it real. This is why you were in the same position forever. You ain't never gotten out of it. LeBron James and Kobe, they in the same position all y'all been in since day one. You will never ever be free. You know why? Because you don't know how to. You don't know how to break the chains. I'm the generational curse breaker. I already broke mine for all my ancestors. Let's see you do it. You want to talk about something? She want to talk that God stuff, but you don't believe in God, Janet. So miss me with what you talking about because you want to act righteous on one hand, but then you want to be underhanded and wicked on the other. You've been caught a million times being wicked. You worked with Mr. Unknown. Look, lady, I don't know what you talking about. You looking at federal prison time. Let's get real, bro. Oh, and when we play that video with Rob Wack, guess what? Federal indictment. That's prison time. That's charges. So you can go ahead and keep yap. Don't come back, Jack. Right? Yap, yakety yak, yakety yak. Yakety yak, yakety yak, yakety yak. You fake dated Rob Wack. Yakety yak. He lives in a Roach Motel, and so do you on Section 8. Yak. You see what I'm saying? You funny. You my entertainment. You'll always be my entertainment. You people in these sectors, you're my entertainment. Because that's the way it was always meant to be. That's the way it'll always be and the way it's always been. Remember, them sectors came and talked to me. I didn't even know who you was. None of you. I was rich as hell when I met you. I want to talk about money like it matters. Who cares about money? Worry about you. Worry about your future. Worry about your finances. Worry about God. Worry about like coming to God. Worry about building a relationship with God. Worry about something that matters. I mean, first of all, you're a grown woman. Why are you online worried about Groovy Jimmy? He's like 26. Can't you find someone in your age range or your league or your level, like, which isn't nowhere? I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, you ain't even making no sense. Talking about, yeah, I made a little bit more money today. Yeah, because that's what people like you and the Woffords do. Worry about making money every day. You want to know what people who already got the equity and wealth that cost millions of dollars that I paid cash for? You know what they do? We don't worry about money. See, the people who make money are the people who don't worry about it. The people who manifest millions are the people who learn how to just talk about money, but they're not worried about making it every day. I'm telling you the truth. The last will be first, the first shall be last. There's the wealth transfer of the wicked coming to the righteous right now. I'm about to get all that money that y'all took for granted. Not you, but all these other wicked people, because you never had money. I'm just keep it real. I mean, you talking to a guy, I've had my own apartments. I've lived all over the nation. What are you talking about? I've had apartments that cost like over $100,000, $1 million to live in. You don't know me at all. You don't know none of my history, nothing about me. Like, why are you just talking and you know what you're saying isn't true? You know what that's called, right? You know that's a crime, right? Like I said, Janet, let me explain something to you and Groovy Jimmy. Y'all commit crimes every day and you don't even like get by. Like you're not doing nothing. You're not advancing. Nothing. I'm so far ahead of you, you'll never catch up, bro. So do what you do. Yeah, you talk about me because I've made the paradigm, even on digitally on the internet, I've made it the same as in reality. It mimics the same frequency and the same thing that you could never see me and never come close to me. First of all, I'm 6'2", bro. Groovy Jimmy's like 3 feet tall, and so are you. So I don't know what you're talking about. So the next time you want to pretend you want to compete, when's the last world record that Groovy Jimmy set? Because I just set 42 of them in a matter of months, and they're all tangible and concrete on my channel. You're in denial of reality, sister. You feel me? Like, it is what it is, all right? You're not about nothing, and you got no business saying my name. So next time you'll think twice before you say the words Tyrese Nee. Believe that, all right? Easy. I stand with God, bro, and we gonna stay winning.